I literally just bought a Zippo lighter, and I just realized how fucking satisfying they really are. Like, obviously, Zippo lighters. Well, this is a Zippo lighter, by the way. As compared to a normal lighter. Um, I just realized they're just so bloody satisfying. I don't know why, and yes, I can know. I know that I'm actually lighting it as I'm talking, but that's not the point. But why are they so satisfying? Well, in a way, in a way, they're they're better than any other possible way. I mean, obviously they're more dangerous. Obviously they're more dangerous than a traditional lighter, because of its perks, of its coolness, I guess. Because one, it is compact. I mean, it's really easy. It's really easy to light. So you literally just open it. Like you literally just like flick this. Like you even like awesome. Let me just double check. Like I can even do it with my pinky. There we go. Awesome. What else can I do this with? What else can I do this with? A remote. So you just do like. There we go. I did a remote. And as you can obviously tell, I'm not like holding it with anything. I'm literally not holding the button with this. Literally, I have it on my bedside table lit. So obviously this is not for kids. So obviously this is not like for kids. Like it's not really fire safety. Like what happens if you just light it and then put it down and then a kid just drops it and like that can start a fire. But however, the good thing is, however, I guess this is the most satisfying part. You can just like close it, like a simple close. It just quits the flame, like it just snuffs out the film, snuffs out the flame. I've watched too many horror movies. Well, technically I've only watched like 4 horror movies, but well, 4.5. But let me just go back to let me go to the normal lighter. Like you've probably seen this like you've probably seen these sort of lighters. Probably seen these sort of lighters like at a bar or something like that, just laying around where you just nick them because they're basically just worthless. They're basically just worthless. They're basically worthless. Like you can literally get like a 5-pack for $4. They're literally about $1. While Zippo is I got this. This was the cheapest one I got at the tobacconist, like for about $15, and about $17 extra for the lighter fluid, because believe it or not, people actually collect these. Like the average on one of the tobacconists was about $50. Well, I got this for about 15, which is pretty good for a first timer. However, I've seen a bit of malfunction, but that's not the point. Now, why are why is Zippo lighters so satisfying to use? Because, again, you just, if you get really good at it, you can just open up with one hand. You can just open up with one hand. So let me show how to actually do this. Open it with one hand. Like literally, just use your thumb to open it up, and then then have your thumb and have your index finger on the case. Then use the same thumb to light it. And also, you don't do any more complicated things like sparking it and then immediately pressing the button to let the gas loose. Like Zippo lighters aren't the same function. Like Zippo lighters don't have the same function as a normal lighter. That's why they're so expensive, because they actually use some sort of fluids. They actually use lighter fluids. They actually instead of having like a little actual lighter fluid stuck inside you can't take out. I actually can take it out, I guess, because there's a little hole in there. But I guess that only applies in the factory. With this you can actually take it out, fill it back up with said lighter fluid, and then you can just keep on using it. Also, there's a wick. There's a little string that soaks up the lighter fluid, and when you light it, that is on fire. Like that sparks it. And then the lighter fluid, then the wick just soaks up the lighter fluid until there's no lighter fluid left. But yeah, when reason why it's again, I'm getting a bit off track. I'm a little bit drunk right now. Anyway, when you light it up, like reason why it's so satisfying is that you just light it up with one hand. You just burn it. You just burn it whatever you want. Put a cigarette to your mouth, whatever, and then when you're done, just close it. You just close it. Simple as that. So you just like that. But again, why are these so satisfying? And also I just realized that lighter is in our face. But yeah, as I was saying, why are the zipper lighters so satisfying? Well, these ones aren't, because they're more fire safe. They're more fire safe because I could when I was younger, I couldn't for the life of me use a lighter like one of these lighters because one, I was trying to press this button like trying to make a flame, but what little I knew, that was making the fluid or the gas spark up. Actually, is it gas or is it lighter fluid? Is it actually fluid? I don't know. Anyway, listen, it is gas. It's a gas type of thing. So if I just light this, if I light this and then press the button, it is some type of gas. It's some sort of gas. Because if it was actually fluid, then it would just be squirting out. It'd be actually squirting out, and that is not safe at all. Neither is putting a lighter in your mouth and just pressing the trigger. That's kind of like I'm putting aerosol in your mouth and like just inhaling it. But anyway, again, back when I was younger with these, I couldn't for the life of me use one of these, because I always figured that I couldn't like it's either I spark it like this. Well, that was kind of a bad example, but I'm trying to hold it like if I just like I can't really do that like that. But anyway, it's either I spark it or I let the gas out. And only until recently I could actually just do this like fluently. I could just like do this fluently where I light the fire. Oh, there's a good example of what happened. So you're doing that. When I was younger, I wanted to make fires. I used matches because they were just way more easy to just get the match out of the matchbox, and you have a flame. A flame that was very dangerous in a way because, yeah. 9 minutes in, I haven't got to the points. Anyway, why is zipper lighters so satisfying? Especially for nowadays. Because it's physical. Like it's a responsive object, I guess. As because I have a Nokia phone right here, like a flip phone, and as you can tell, this is tactile. Like you can actually interact with it rather than just touching a screen. Like even having a touchpad is tactile. As of modern technology right now, modern technology, we don't really have tactileness. Like unless you play on PC or whatever, you don't really have any physical things that you can like interact with. Like there was a story that there was a story where my math teacher my English teacher told me for like he was just like blah 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 blah, okay, fuck you, and just closes his flip phone, and then end the call. That was the kind of satisfaction that I can't get with a zipper lighter, because I just light it. It's like, okay, I'm done with this. Light gone. Anyway, thank you for watching my 10-minute rants. I will try to make a compressed version of this. For your enjoyment or whatever. Yeah. See you then. Or whatever. See you next video.